Hey, and welcome to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans? We are back downtown Chicago with the family from out of town. Today we are going to do, what are we doing today? Gage?
We're going to Chinatown.
Well, I know we're going to Chinatown, but before we go to Chinatown, what are we doing? We are going on a river walk. We're going to go on a river walk, and I believe the river walk, we're going to learn some architecture stuff from this lady right here. She's our architecture expert along the river. Chicago River. The Chicago River, I should say. So we're going to learn a few things from Emerson on the Chicago Riverwalk. So join us. Let's go. It is a beautiful day downtown Chicago today. Temperatures are, I would say, right around 87 degrees today Fahrenheit, and it's pretty windy down here today, so hopefully the wind isn't affecting the sound any, but it's going to be a good day to walk along the Chicago River. And look at some of this architecture right here. Look at all this. Look, you got the Wrigley building right there. That's Trump Tower there. Emerson, what is the name of these buildings right here?
Marina City.
The Marina City, of course. Good job.
The first 11 floors are parking.
Yeah, the first, how many levels?
11.
The first 11 floors are parking. And then Dick's Last Resort is over there. House of Blues. Very cool stuff. As a matter of fact, I know that building, the one next to the Westin right there, they used one of the office buildings in there as the mayor's office in the Batman movie. I want to say Batman Begins. Right here at this spot was the biggest maritime disaster on the Chicago River, and it was the Eastland. The Eastland, it sank. It actually capsized.
Yeah, it completely flipped.
And it completely flipped upside down.
And everyone got trapped underneath, and nobody survived. And it was the biggest disaster to ever hit Chicago, ever. Even more than the fire? Even more than the fire.
Even more, it killed more people than the fire, the Great Fire, the Chicago Fire.
I mean, the fire didn't really kill anybody because they all kind of got out and went to Lincoln Park where the fire ended.
That's true.
But
how many people, do you remember?
I'm not sure. It's over 1,000.
It was over 1,000 people. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, the Eastland, that's where it happened. Very sad, very tragic. Right now we are at Clark, on Clark Street, and for many years, the Christmas tree ship, loaded with trees, docked at the southwest corner of the Clark Street Bridge. From the ship, Captain Herman Schumann, known as Captain Santa, with his wife Barbara and his daughters, Elsie, Hazel, and Pearl, sold trees to the public and gave them away to those in needs. Right down here. That's where it happened. Here comes Becky down the ramp. I took a shortcut down the stairs here.
Yeah, but you're not getting your steps in.
Oh, I am not getting my steps in. We've got some kayakers on the river.
Oh, wait, they shut it down.
see the green building with the gold top?
The green building.
With the gold top.
With the gold top. I see it.
That's the Carbide and Carbon building. That was built by the Daniel Burton's sons. And it's made to look like a champagne bottle to end the Roaring 20s.
Awesome. You know what building it is now?
Carbide and Carbon building.
It's the, right, but you know what it is now? It's the Hard Rock Cafe, or the Hard Rock Hotel.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's still a Carbide
Look at the size of these hibiscus. It is like twice the size of a normal hibiscus. Those are huge. Very beautiful. So you see that water taxi over there. We will be taking the water taxi down to Chinatown, but we'll be taking the red line back. Looks like someone is out cold. Or should we say someone's out cold? I got a million of them, folks.
That's a bad dad joke, Cole.
That is a bad dad joke. A bad uncle joke. Ain't no party like a party boat Chicago party.
With all 4 of the people on it.
Right there. All 4 people on that. They are partying hardy. What kind of beer is that, Aaron?
Bell's Oberon. It's yummy.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to taste it.
Yeah, please do. Drink that one. That summer I went to Michigan and back and forth. That's what I drank.
Mmm.
It's like a blue moon.
It's like a blue moon. It's got some orange in it, right? Or,
American wheat ale.
oh, it's very good.
Yeah, that's what I
Very nice.
Oh my God.
They got these little pontoon boats that you can rent. About 139 bucks. For I don't know how long.
It's a Groupon, so I don't know. Yeah, for a couple of hours.
So a few hours on a Groupon, you can get one of those little pontoon boats for 139 bucks. So if you're in Chicago and you want to go down the river and on a little pontoon boat that holds maybe about 8 people, there you go. Check it out on Groupon. There's another one of the water taxis right there. That's the Shoreline Company. They do sightseeing too. Now we were just on the Clark Street Bridge, but now we're underneath it. And there's State Street right there. Got a gelato and a sorbet place right here. It's a place called Frost. Very good. But I like this whole Riverwalk. It's very urban. They got bars, they got seating. Sit down by the river, relax.
What are we doing?
Now we are between the State and Wabash bridges. There's Trump Tower once again and Wrigley Building.
Old Jewelers Building.
The old Jewelers Building.
And at the
Right
top,
there.
in the dome, Al Capone owned a speakeasy, and that's what was hang out in Chicago.
Was in the dome up there?
Yep.
You know what?
And now you know whose office is up there right now?
Whose office is up there right now?
Helmut Jahn. He is a very big architecture.
Really?
Architect.
Architect.
See that? Architect. Did you see the Chicago?
And you know what it was recently?
What?
In a movie?
What?
That played the courthouse scene in
Batman. Dark Knight.
In Dark Knight, the one with the Joker.
Dark Knight.
That was the Dark Knight.
The dome up there. Al Capone speakeasy.
Yeah. And tucked away in between the State Street and Wabash Avenue bridges is a Chicago Remembers. And this is for people who served and died in Vietnam that were from Chicago.
My tummy is angry. Ooh, is that a rat?
That is a dead rat floating in the fountain. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Chicago.
She's funny.
I wonder who owns this building. Oh. It'd be Trump.
Yeah, but they still spending money on that, but they should. Because he's going to have time.
Cleaning the water and soil. Wet meadows and riparian plants can tolerate varying amounts of moisture due to changes in the river's water levels. Powered by the sun, they can reduce erosion, clean contaminated soil, cool down runoff, and filter river water in an earth-friendly and economical, viable way. So as I pointed out before, that is the Wrigley building, the one with the clock on it, famous for Wrigley gum and Wrigley Field and so forth. The building next to it, right there, that is the Tribune Tower for the Chicago Tribune newspaper. Also, WGN is located right inside that building as well. Or I should say WGN Radio is located in that building, not WGN TV. And Emerson's favorite building in Chicago happens to be the Wrigley building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to take a peek inside the McCormick Bridge House. It is the Chicago River Museum. It's the McCormick Bridge House and Chicago River Museum. As a matter of fact, how old is the bridge? We'll come inside and find out. Don't mind if I do. And the best part about the McCormick Bridge House and Chicago River Museum, on Sundays, it's free. Yay. And it happens to be Sunday today. Hello. Well, look at, these are distances from the Bridge House to the Atlantic Ocean. Lake Michigan, Lake Huron.
Just to let you know, we don't have in that direction. Exactly what do they have? We see having menus here, because sometimes we have. I mean, it's not
If we stood here
go, but at least,
350 years ago, we would be knee deep in mud, almost to the lakeshore. Right now, we are in a bridge house. So that's one of those places where they raise and lower the bridges when the big tall ships go by.
You can see the bottom of the bridge in here.
What are we seeing over here?
Bottom of the bridge.
The bottom of the bridge. Whoa, check it out. How cool is this? So there's the big gears. And these would turn if a tall ship were to come through and they need to raise the bridges. These are the gears and mechanisms that would make that happen.
This is where all the racks are.
You stop. Pretty impressive. So look at. These are the different types of bridges in Chicago. Like this bridge would just lift upside here. That's a vertical lift bridge. It's the Scherzer rolling lift bridge. A center pier swinging bridge where it would turn like this. And then we are in a Bascule trunnion bridge where it lifts this way. Just like that. This is the bridge tender, the keeper of the bridge. The city of Chicago maintains 37 movable bridges. 32 are on the main, north, and south branches of the Chicago River, and 5 are on the Calumet River. Seven of these bridges are manned 24 hours a day. out of the 32.
Wow.
Up and up we go. Look at this thing.
They're probably, I've seen them on outside, like,
Yeah, that's-
when they're releasing standing at the door and you have to stay on that.
Oh, they're
Cross-eyed.
goes over.
We're like, cool. But we've only seen the bikes.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Yeah, that's actually kind of surprising. Because there's rats everywhere around here.
So they talk about moving wastewater, the deep tunnel project that they did, and the feeders. Failed attempts. A few of the ancient relics that used to control this bridge. And now almost everything is computerized. Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I know you.
I know you too.
So it is hard to believe that the Chicago River that we see today was nothing but just a little stream of water. Yes.
I need to use the bathroom.
Alrighty. Thanks for letting everybody know.
Okay.
I love the architecture of some of these bridge houses. That's the Michigan Avenue one, but each one looks different. Like the Wabash and the State, Dearborn, Clark, LaSalle, Wells, and Franklin Street. And here's the family, taking it easy, sitting down. Gage and I thought everybody went up. We went all the way to the top. Nobody was there.
Yes, exactly.
And this is the boathouse that we were just in. There's the big round window that I looked out of. And going all the way up to the top. And there's the identical one on the other side. So to answer the question of how old is the bridge, of the bridge house that we were just in, it was built in 1917 and opened to the public in 1920. So almost 100 years old. And then
built in 1917. It is 100 years old.
it is 100 years, but not open to the public. The year it was completed was 1920.
Oh, completed, okay.
Completed.
Stop it. You have got some crazy.
And then the actual buildings and the architecture, or on the outside of the buildings, that was completed 3 years after. So in 1923, you see all the fancy artwork on the outside. All right. Well, that was a fun little museum. Learned a lot about the Chicago River. So hard to believe that this, what you see right here, was just a small little tiny stream. Like a stream, like as white as this thing right here. That's all it was. It was just a trickle of water that came off the lake. Well, actually, it didn't come off the lake. Actually, it didn't come off the lake. It was just a stream that trickled into the lake. And then they did this massive project of digging and made this huge river. And then, as one of the modern marvels of the 20th century, reversed the flow of the river. They reversed the flow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Some more of the sightseeing. Boats, kayakers.
It's also where like the jazz nightclub was, where the night jazz nightclub was, and things like that.
The most famous of the sightseeing boats is the Windella.
Oh, this is my son, Helmet. Also, have you met my daughter, Chinstrap? That's a terrible name.
There's one of those pontoons. I think we're going to do that one day. We're going to come down and rent a pontoon. Like for what I was talking about, they have the group on for about $139 for like 4 hours. You can come on down and cruise the river. We have some kayakers. Here's somebody's tiny boat. Parked outside the city winery. Look at all the kayakers coming. That is a lot of kayaks.
I would not love a kayak.
And Marina Tower,
I picked up the right one. Yeah.
one of its most famous
Now that it's 90 line, I like.
iconic scenes from a movie, The Hunter, starring Steve McQueen, when a car, they drove a car right off the edge and into the river. As a matter of fact, I got a picture of that on my phone, where they actually drove the car right off Marina Towers. Look at that. Gage just did one of the unthinkable things in the entire world. Look at this. He's in Chicago, and what did he do? He put ketchup on a hot dog. What is the matter with you? And here comes our water taxi. It's gonna take us to Chinatown.